How many countries have I been to as a cabin crew? The number one reason for becoming a cabin crew goes to traveling the world. Many will save money for a year to go to the other side of the planet. Some will sleep in hostels and hunt the cheapest plane tickets in order to tick as many countries as possible. Some will wait till they will retire and just then travel the world. And some will look for jobs where traveling is a big part of their job. And there is us, the cabin crew. Work and travel, travel and work. But now, realistically speaking, how many countries do you get to travel as a cabin crew? Hey, I'm Rosie and I'm a flight attendant. I used to work for Qatar Airways and then later for Etihad Airways. Firstly, I'll give you the bad news. Not all the flight attendants actually get to travel. This depends on the airline you work for. The number of countries a cabin crew member travels to can vary widely depending on the airline they work for, their specific route assignments, and the length of their flights. But on my channel, we are focusing on the airlines from the Middle East, such as Emirates, Qatar Airways, Etihad, and so on, and my answer is based on the experience at these companies. Before reaching a number, we must first understand a month's schedule, which we refer to as the monthly roster. Towards the end of each month, the cabin crew will receive their new roster for the following month. So let's say that we are at the end of June, you will receive the roster for July. The roster is shown as a calendar table where you can see your days off and your duty days. But duty days doesn't mean only travel. It can also be training days, visa appointments, meetings, and other stuff. But of course, the main thing in your roster will be your flights, followed by your layovers. For those who are new to this term, a layover is the time you spend out of the base in a different city. So let's say your base is Dubai and you fly to the Seychelles. Inshallah, you fly to the Seychelles. Now you will have to spend 24 hours in Seychelles before going back to your base, which is Dubai. Those 24 hours are your layover. The most layovers are around 24 hours, some are 48 or even 72 hours. That's the usual. I personally never had a layover longer than 72 hours. So this is how cabin crew travel. Now let's continue with our calculations. The next question is, how many destinations will I get in a month? If we consider that not all the flights have a layover and some are actually turnaround flights, which means that you don't remain in a destinations but you come back to the base in the same day. Also, if we add that your days off and your rest days, and if we also consider that sometimes you have holidays or training days, I would say that you will have an average of 5-6 layovers in a month. 5-6 new cities in a month. Wow, that's great, right? Unbelievable. But let's take in consideration that only in the beginning a city will be new to you. They might send you there over and over again. It might happen, it might actually happen. I remember I used to get Vienna every single month when I was with Qatar Airways. I didn't mind as we had an amazing hotel there, but I lost my excitement in the time. Now let's also take in consideration the fact that you are actually working while getting to a new destination. And it's a physical work where you have to stand for hours, even more than 12 hours duties sometimes. So you might be actually exhausted when you reach to the hotel in a new destination. And instead of exploring the city, you might sleep for the whole time. It happened to me, and I think that it happened to every crew. So now, after this complicated equation, I did the maths in my case, and in around 4 years of flying, I have visited around 60 countries. Is that a lot of countries? Is it not? Let's do another easy calculation this time to find out. There are 195 countries in the world. 60 countries are representing around 30% of the world's countries. Let's look at more statistics. According to Visited Travel Stats, the average global traveler has been to 18 countries. So, if you consider this statement, yes, you are an experienced traveler if you had the chance to travel more than 60 countries. After all these boring statistics and numbers, I want to talk about another way of traveling when you work as a flight attendant. Many times after work, you might feel super tired and many times lonely in a hotel. So this doesn't always feel like travel, right? That's why many cabin crew will travel in their days off to the destinations they want to go using staff travel tickets, which gives a big discount on tickets to cabin crew and to their family and friends. And that's how you can bring traveling to the next level. You can know more information about this in my episode, Do Flight Attendants Fly for Free? Personally, I have traveled a lot during my days off. While being a cabin crew, if I had 3-4 days in a row, I will be on my way to a new destinations like Zanzibar or Istanbul or Mauritius even. I used this advantage as much as I could, and that's the best perk of being a cabin crew. That was all for today. I hope that you have a better understanding about the life as a cabin crew now. If you like this video, please don't forget to subscribe and see you next time.